Democrats, it is good to be here today. It is so good to see you. You know, coming to New Hampshire, to the Democratic Convention, is like having your next door neighbors invite you for a party. It's like family. And we all know that when it comes to fighting for working families, Massachusetts and New Hampshire are strong partners in getting this done. So thank you. Thank you. And I want to start by thanking your terrific United States Senator, Jeanne Shaheen. She is the best. Yes. You know, from the very beginning and every step along the way, Jeannie has been there with encouragement, with good advice, and with friendship. So thank you, Jeanne. Thank you. I also want to say a very special thank you to someone who is tough, who is smart, who is independent, your terrific governor, and the next United States Senator from New Hampshire, Maggie Hassan. Whoa! So I'm going to be in the front lines fighting for Maggie to make sure she joins Jeanne and me in Washington. Are you going to be part of that fight? Are you? Yeah, all right, good. Now, a lot of people ask me why I decided to come speak in New Hampshire today, and I just want to explain. I'm here to apologize. See, back when I beat Scott Brown in 2012, I never expected him to pack up his truck, move to New Hampshire, and become your problem. I am so sorry. Sorry, Democrats, I really am. I am very, very sorry about that. All right, but look, speaking of the man who is not your senator, I saw the pictures of Scott Brown sitting in the front row at Donald Trump's Manchester speech earlier this week, pleased as punch with himself. And I hear that Donald Trump is floating Scott Brown as a possible running mate. And I thought, so Donald Trump really does have a plan to help the unemployed. You know, though, actually, Scott Brown for vice president makes a certain sense. I mean that. I think of all the expert advice he can offer Donald Trump. Making up lies about me and my family. Saying weird stuff about his beautiful daughter. And let's face it, nobody knows more about losing to a girl than Scott Brown. As the perfect reality TV show. Celebrity Apprentice meets The Biggest Loser. Now look, I know we're having fun here today, but the truth is, I'm really not laughing when it comes to elections this November. For a long time, we have talked about important elections. When John Kerry took on W, when Obama fought McCain, very important races. But today we have something new. We are at a crossroads in the election season, shifting from a strong, hard-fought presidential primary to a general election. And we are at a crossroads in this country. On one side, we have the winner of our Democratic primary, Hillary Clinton. Yes, we do. That's good. That's good. And whether you supported her in the primary or not, we can all say Hillary Clinton is a fighter. She has been on the receiving end of right-wing attacks, one after another, for 25 years, but she doesn't give up and go home. She keeps at it. She keeps fighting for democratic values and fighting to take down an army of right-wing lunatics who will say and do anything to undermine reform in this country. We need fighters in Washington, and that's why I'm fighting to make Hillary Clinton the next president of the United States. You bet. Yes. 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 That's right. That's right. So that's what we've got on one side. And then there's the other side. The big, loud, and I mean loud, elephant in the room. Donald Trump. Okay, you've heard of Donald Trump. Every day we learn more about him, and every day it becomes clearer that he is just a small, insecure money grubber who doesn't care about anyone or anything that doesn't have the Trump name splashed all over it. Every day it becomes clearer that he is a thin-skinned racist bully. And every day it becomes clearer he will never be president of the United States. You bet. That's right. Now, there's plenty that I would be glad to talk about, want to talk about, but I want to focus on something that I think should be a big issue in this campaign, and that's opportunity. Who in this great country gets an opportunity, a fighting chance to build something with their lives? You know, in America, going to college used to be the ticket to getting ahead and creating a better life for yourself and your family. But today, millions of young people have seen their dream turn into a nightmare of debt. Right now, according to the Government Accountability Office, the federal government makes a profit off the student loan program. And it is big. The program is on target to produce tens of billions of dollars in profits. Now, Jeanne Shaheen and I believe that is wrong. That is wrong. So Jeanne and I have fought side by side to cut the interest rate on student loans and to reduce the cost of college overall. Your other senator, Kelly Ayotte, voted against cutting student loan interest rates. She thinks it's just fine for the government to make a profit off the backs of students who have to borrow money to go to school. So whatever else happens, I guarantee Maggie Hassan will be fighting side by side with Jeanne Shaheen and me to cut the costs for our students. That's why we're here. You bet. That's right. You know, the way I see it, there's an important principle at stake here. Higher education should be about investing in students, not about making a profit for the government or boosting revenues for rich guys. And that brings us back to Donald Trump. Trump University, which his own employees explained was just a big lie and a fraudulent scheme. Now, rather than investing in high-quality instructors and counselors to teach classes, Donald Trump put together an army of salespeople to sell those classes. It was like a used car dealership, except that's not fair to used car dealerships. Trump's salespeople, but listen to what he did. Trump's salespeople would focus on how much money someone could come up with, then push these prospective students to max out all their credit cards, to fork over thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars to Donald. His playbook said, Look for people with problems because they make good targets. Trump even encouraged his sales force to go after elderly people who are just trying to create a little financial security. Now, Trump University failed, and that's no surprise. Think about all the other Trump failures. Trump casinos, Trump Airlines, Trump steaks, Trump magazines, Trump vodka, Trump mortgage, Trump games, Trump travel, Trump ice, Trump network. Donald Trump is a proven businessman, a proven failure. But unlike the people who got stuck with an overpriced bottle of water or a fatty steak, many of the Trump U victims ended up deep in debt, sometimes tens of thousands of dollars of debt that they had no way to pay off. These were ordinary folks who were targeted because they had problems, and Donald Trump saw that he could make a buck off them. Here is a man who builds a business to profit off other people's pain. Donald Trump wants to be commander-in-chief, but he's only qualified to be fraudster-in-chief. You bet. So Trump thought at Trump U that he had picked on people who were weak and defenseless, but now they are striking back, and they have sued the thin-skinned racist bully. Yeah. So follow what's happening. When he's been called out by his former students and his own employees, what does Trump do? Does he just man up and take his licks? No. No. Does he offer people their money back? No. He whines about the press. He whimpers about the students, and he complains that the judge can't treat him fairly because long ago his family came from Mexico. So have you heard the latest? Just this week, Trump sent his lawyers back to court to beg and plead that the videos of what he said under oath are kept secret from the American people. Yeah, think about that. His own lawyers admitted those tapes will hurt his campaign. Oh, poor little Donald is shaking in his high-priced Italian loafers, begging the court to protect him, terrified about what happens if those videos go public and he's held accountable. Are you scared, Donald? Well, you should be. We're coming. You bet. You bet. Look, this is how I look at this. While Donald Trump works to tear people down, Hillary Clinton and Democrats work to build them up. That's what we're about. While Donald Trump works to hold people back, Hillary Clinton and Democrats work to move them forward. That's what it's about. And while Donald Trump watches out for exactly one person, Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton and the Democrats work to build a future where not just some of our kids have a chance to get ahead, but all of our kids have a chance to build a future. Yeah. So look, we can whine about Donald Trump, we can whimper about Donald Trump, or we can fight back. Me, I'm fighting back. I'm fighting back. You bet. And Hillary Clinton is fighting back. Democrats are fighting back. And here's the best part. America is fighting back. Yes. Yes. When we stand together, when we make it clear what we believe in, America is ready to stand with us. And why? Because this isn't just about politics. This is about our values. This is about what kind of country we are and what kind of people we are. So let's remind ourselves of what we get up for every day, what we believe in all the way down to our toes. And let's draw some very clear lines. Donald Trump, wants to repeal Wall Street reform, but Democrats believe we need accountability on Wall Street, and we're willing to fight for it. You bet. Donald Trump wants to repeal the federal minimum wage, but Democrats believe that no one should work full-time and still live in poverty. That means raising the minimum wage, and we will fight for it. Donald Trump is a climate change denier, but Democrats believe in science, that climate change is real, and it is our moral duty to protect this planet for our children and our grandchildren. And we are ready to fight for it. Donald Trump runs a so-called university whose main job seems to be scamming people, but Democrats believe that every kid should have a good education without getting crushed by student loan debt, and we're willing to fight for it. Donald Trump says he supports cutting Social Security, and I'm quoting here, from a moral standpoint. But Democrats believe that after a lifetime of hard work, people are entitled to retire with dignity, and that means protecting Social Security, Medicare, and our pensions. And we are willing to fight for it. Donald Trump says he likes to see women on their knees. Well, Donald, that's not happening. Democrats believe in equal pay for equal work and a woman's right to decisions over her own body, and we're ready to fight for it. That's right. You bet. We're going to be there. Donald Trump doesn't support marriage equality because he says, and again, I want to quote here, I just don't feel good about it. I just don't feel right about it. Well, Democrats believe that equal means equal in marriage, in the workplace, every place, and we're going to fight for it. We are ready. Yep. So Donald Trump wants to build a wall and tear apart millions of families. But Democrats believe that immigration has made this country strong. That means comprehensive immigration reform now, and we're willing to fight for it. And Donald Trump calls African Americans thugs, and Muslims terrorists, and Latinos rapists and criminals. But Democrats believe that racism, hatred, injustice, and bigotry have no place in our country. We believe that Black lives matter, and we believe that Muslim and Latino families are an important part of the fabric of this great country. And we are ready to fight for American values. Yes, all the way. Yes. Yes. Okay, one last one, and I really could do this all day. Actually, I have done this all day sometimes. Donald Trump is all about money, but Democrats believe that we need to overturn Citizens United and make this great nation once again work for the people. That's our job. That's right. That's right. Yes. So look, Washington is a tough place, but I know this. If we don't fight, we can't win. And so that's why I'm here with you. The future of our country is up to you. It's up to the people in this room. because you are the heart and the soul and the living spark of the Democratic Party. You are the ones who will make it happen. We need Democrats. We need them right here in New Hampshire. We need to elect Maggie Hassan to the Senate. We need to elect Hillary Clinton to be president. We need to make sure that Donald Trump never gets anywhere near the White House. We need people in Washington who share our values, people who believe that we can build a future, not just for some of our children, but for all of our children. We need to fight. Are you in this fight?